What's up guys, Houndish here, and today of course we had the huge Curse of Osiris DLC trailer, which is incredibly exciting. There's a few things I wanted to break down from the trailer in this video. Curse of Osiris will be launching on the 5th of December for all consoles as well as PC, so not long to go until we get Destiny 2's first big update. I'm going to break down in this trailer a few of the things that we see, which are pretty interesting. So first we hear Akora talking, which is pretty interesting. In the Xbox store, which did actually reveal some details about Curse of Osiris, it spoke about the relationship between Osiris and Akora, so obviously there's a pretty strong link there. What we see next though is pretty cool. We see these Vex portals opening out into this huge kind of space. I believe this is Mercury. We also heard about the Infinite Forest on Mercury, so it looks like this actually could be that specific area, full of kind of Vex architecture. Very, very cool looking place. We see some Vex enemies, including some of the enemies from inside of the Vault of Glass in Destiny 1, which is pretty cool. And up next we get a look at the lighthouse on Mercury, and we see a character actually standing there. That could be Brother Vance. He appears to have kind of similar robes to Brother Vance in the Reef. But we see another space here, also with kind of Vex architecture. Could also be on Mercury perhaps, but it definitely has kind of a different vibe. What we see that is super exciting though is Osiris himself right here. Obviously a warlock, and he's got a pretty cool kind of Osiris themed ghost shell there as well. We can see him firing this pretty cool looking weapon. He's obviously fighting the Vex right here, but if you pay attention to this space, it actually looks quite like the Vault of Glass. I personally would be willing to bet that that is the Vault of Glass. You've got the kind of stairwell right there with the portal space in the middle at the bottom, kind of in the Templar room. So perhaps VOG is returning, or it's a place we'll visit, or it could be kind of, you know, a portal or a duplicate world version. You know, the Vex have all these kind of crazy worlds. We see right here on top of Mercury this really kind of cool vista with the sun in the background there, and we spot a new weapon here, this really ornate kind of trim and a pretty cool weapon scope, which actually looks a little bit like a Vex portal, which is pretty neat. In this shot right here we see something pretty interesting. So this warlock actually looks like they're holding the Jade rabbit, which was a scout rifle in Destiny 1, and the Titan next to him is holding a weapon which looks a lot like the Telesto, but kind of fires these red beams there. So these could be kind of updated or returning weapons. We see more architecture and Vex enemies here, which all looks absolutely fantastic. But then we see this warlock with really cool kind of Vexy, Osiris-y themed armor on. So this could be some of the endgame armor, perhaps something out of kind of a raid or an endgame activity, or we'll get from the story. But also the weapon they're holding is very interesting. It resembles the Cold Heart. Obviously it's a kind of trace rifle, but it is actually firing what looks like solar damage. So this could be a new type of trace rifle coming in the game. It could be a modified version of the Cold Heart. And one of the final things we see here is the Titan walking out of this kind of triangular door, very similar to some of the stuff we see on Nessus, and we see this huge space on Mercury. Again, I believe this is the Infinite Forest. Obviously that isn't confirmed just yet. One thing is for sure though, a whole bunch of new spaces, new gear, some very exciting stuff coming in the expansion. And for the first time we get an image right there for the second expansion coming for Destiny 2 at the end. We can see a character as well as a kind of ghost shaped, almost like Rasputin vault type bunker or something. All we can do is speculate about that one, but it does confirm that it's coming spring 2018. So there we go guys, a bunch of very interesting stuff, a sneak peek at new weapons, new places, new stuff coming in Destiny, and it looks pretty fantastic. Of course, Bungie have said they'll be giving us more details about, you know, upcoming content, seasons, as well as DLC throughout November, and we can expect a whole bunch of live streams. So I would anticipate Bungie will outline the dates for those later today, or at some point in the next few days at least, perhaps in this week at Bungie. But let me know your thoughts on this trailer and what you can see inside of it. I think it's really exciting stuff. If you have enjoyed the video, a like is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny 2 content. But for now, have an awesome day.